Hi.
Long time no see.
It's been like a couple days since our last recording.
No, actually, we FaceTimed a couple days ago.
Yeah, we did. So,
hi, everybody.
welcome to Diving Deep.
I'm Kirti.
And I'm Brijesh.
And this is where we talk about topics in society that are often overlooked.
That's right.
How are we doing today?
Pretty chill. I'm a little hot. It's a little hot.
Yeah, but before we started recording, we just had one full last rotation of the fan.
Yeah.
I miss
Real
her
one.
already.
Real one right there.
For real.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Anyways, bro,
Yes.
yesterday we watched Barbie.
Y'all watch Barbie?
Yes.
It was so good.
It was
Really?
so good. I cried.
Wow.
It's like existential.
Yeah, like weirdly.
I thought
like,
it would be like
Nah, I thought it was gonna
meta
be just
or
a
something.
funny little silly
Yeah.
movie, but no, that was messed up,
Yeah.
bro.
wow.
But it was like
Dang.
it was really good though.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
the actors in it too. There
Yeah,
were
they're, like,
so
high
many
quality.
people I recognized, and it was just nice to see them. And
That's
then like,
Yeah, I want to watch that. I should watch that soon.
it's so good. It's so good. Also, just like the set design and everything was so like
Yeah.
perfect.
They probably use like a bunch of pink, but
They did, but also just the way that the characters would
Mhm.
move and stuff.
Mhm.
Ugh. And the effects.
it's weird. I would have never thought there would be a Barbie movie like ever, but
I never
it
really
happened.
thought about it, but when I found out about it,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, you know I'm watching that.
That's
You
sick.
know it.
It's like, wow,
It was so good.
good to know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some of us, well, I didn't. Neither did Krista, but the other girls in the group, some of them watched
Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And that was like 3 hours long. Like
Yeah.
it was the same day, right?
Yeah.
They went from Oppenheimer to Barbie.
Yeah.
And apparently that movie was like super like scientific and like
Yeah.
they just like I don't know. They went into the movie like just not really thinking it was
Yeah.
about like war and bombs.
Sure.
Because that's what I thought about too. I
Sure,
was like,
sure.
you know, war and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not watching that. I hate war movies.
Well, it's not a war movie.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Okay.
Just from the vibes. But then they were
Okay.
telling me how it was like nothing like they thought it would be, and there wasn't like that much like crazy violence, but it was
Yeah.
super like.
Yeah,
like,
it's about
deep.
like making the bomb. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, like that and director is really good. Like
Mhm.
I love it. But I need to watch that too. We need to watch both. I need to watch both of those movies.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but they said like going from that movie to Barbie
Mhm.
was so difficult
Yeah.
because they thought that movie like Oppenheimer was better than Barbie,
Mm.
but probably just because that one was like way more deep
Yeah.
than
yeah.
Barbie, even though Barbie was still pretty deep.
That's still pretty deep. Yeah.
Like,
They're
damn.
both very deep.
It was so
movies.
real. It was so real. Oh my god.
Yeah, actually, that and director for Barbie also
Greta-
yeah, she's really good.
she's
Like
good.
she got like an Oscar nomination for like her last movie. I think it was like
What was her last movie?
Little Woman or something. I think.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that was her.
I haven't watched it, but
Yeah.
apparently everyone really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe that's her. But yeah,
Banger.
she's very popular. And
All right.
Her husband, I think, directed Marriage Story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what a power couple.
Yeah, they're fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But
Okay.
you might have to fact check me on that. But yeah, we'll see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Anyways,
what are we here to talk about today, Kirti?
damn, you asking me?
That's right.
So,
So,
wait, let me think about this. What I was gonna say. Sorry, I just like completely. My mind is like, it's like gone.
well,
It's blank for a second.
come back, mind.
Edit this out.
Mind.
Okay,
Yes.
so
So,
I think
you think.
that's it.
Wow. Kirti thinks, guys, end of the episode.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
alright.
what we're diving deep into
Yes.
today. Okay, anyways.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. So, I was thinking about how. Okay, picture this.
Picturing.
Okay. the other day I woke up at like, I don't know, 9, okay?
Okay.
I can
And
already not picture that.
I cannot. I don't even know what that looks like.
listen, I know I wake up late, but come on, guys, I've been pretty good recently.
That's fine. It's all good.
Okay, I woke up at 9.
That's good. I woke up at 9 too.
Yeah, great.
That's awesome. Good
You
to-
have
good to
school,
know.
so yeah.
I woke up at 9 today.
So did I. No, I woke up at 8:30 today.
Wow. There
Yeah.
you go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I think it was on purpose.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
But because of that damn phone.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mom.
Anyways, so woke up. The sun was shining.
That's what it
The
does.
air was fresh.
Yes.
And
what
I
it does.
got my little... Can you...
Sorry.
Like, you're ruining the moment, actually.
I love
Sorry,
this guy.
Dad.
Like, that's so irritating.
My bad, my bad. Okay.
Okay, so I had my little bowl of cereal, and I was like, I'm gonna eat outside.
Mm.
So I take it outside. Take it outside.
How about that?
Yeah.
Wait, where's that from? What did I just
Catch
say?
me outside.
Catch
Oh,
me
Catch Me
outside.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck
That's
We
like a
thought
Daniel
throwback.
Bergoli.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She's
Wow.
like kind of a banger rapper.
Wasn't she on like
though
an
now.
Ellen and stuff? And
No,
she's
she's
like,
on.
She was on
I almost said Doctor Strange.
Dr.
Dr.
Phil.
Phil.
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
Wow.
And that's when she
Yeah.
said that. That's when she said that.
Gosh.
Yeah.
What a
And then
world
she
we
started
lived in.
rapping.
Wow.
And she, I don't even care. Some of her music.
Oh my god, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine. Sorry, this is
Some of her songs are kind of banger. I don't even care.
I haven't heard her song, so I can't comment.
Yeah, but I never like voluntarily like listen to them.
We're like
Just like-
Gucci flip flop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's chill. That's chill.
Freaking hate your dog in the socks.
Okay. you
The
tried.
socks.
Okay. Anyways.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
This
Yes, you went outside.
episode is not about Bad Baby.
No, it's not.
That's the next episode.
With her as
know,
a guest.
Oh my god. Plot twist. That'd be crazy. What a collab.
You know, Danny Gonzalez originally thought that Bad Baby's name was pronounced Bahad Bahabi. I was watching one of his Minecraft streams, and then he was like, he talked about Bad Baby, and he was like, I remember thinking it was Bahad Bahabi until I was
Bahad
told
Bahabi.
otherwise.
Whoa,
Daddy,
it's
if you're
not.
watching this, collab.
Yes,
Collab! You can be a guest.
It'd be
Anyways.
dope. It'd be dope. It'd be
That'd be
nice.
so great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that guy.
Anyways, you woke up.
I know they're sick of our shit right now.
You went outside. 'cause
I went
Mom has
outside.
cereal outside.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and recently we got a little like a little.
Gazebo.
I don't know if it's a gazebo though, because our gazebo's like round. But like what I'm
No.
saying.
We have a gazebo that's square.
I got a square gazebo.
Okay, I guess we have a
Why are you
gazebo
such a
on my.
shapist?
No,
Like,
I'm never gonna
Size
get through
doesn't
this.
matter. And you have a shape.
Yes.
I'm gonna be telling this
I mean-
story for the next 15 minutes.
Continue.
Shut up! I know you're gonna interrupt me in
Continue.
2 seconds though.
It's for the silent game.
Oh. Okay.
You recently got a circle.
Shut up! It's not circled. Yeah, so a little gazebo or whatever, right? And it gives you nice shade or whatever.
It's actually clear, so it gives you no shade.
Hey, listen. She's...
It just like feels like it is though.
Okay, sure, that's fair. That's fair.
Sorry.
Or like if it's raining.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Guys, I feel stupid now.
No,
because
I
we-
agree.
No,
I'm agreeing with you.
no.
I'm agreeing with you.
I mean, you
took
guys
it
are
too
just
far,
looking
man.
at me like I'm crazy. Like, come on, I'm telling my
Okay,
full
okay,
story.
okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You guys
I'm
are like,
sorry.
what
No, you
Listen.
have my full undivided attention.
No,
We
just
validate
be
you.
real, okay? Be real.
Oh my fucking ringer.
Yeah. God.
Continue.
So I went outside, right? I don't even want to tell this goddamn.
Okay, no, okay.
Okay.
I actually want to know.
I took my bite of cereal.
Okay.
And I was like, what if I just like didn't use my phone right now?
Mm.
Just randomly.
Yeah.
Because I was just sitting out there and I was about to take out my phone. I brought my phone with me, of course,
Mhm.
because, you know, I'm always eating cereal on my phone in the
Like all of
mornings.
us. Yeah.
You like the rest of us.
Yeah.
But then I got so, like, distracted just by, like, the outdoors,
Mm.
the same view that I've been seeing for so long, for, like, my entire life.
Yeah.
Because it's literally, like, my backyard.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything crazy I've never seen before, but I was somehow still so distracted by it, and, like, I was looking at the way that the trees are moving,
Yeah.
from the wind, light breeze, and the sound, and the birds chirping and all, and it was just, like, a moment of, like, whoa. The world's crazy.
For real.
And I just felt a moment of, like I felt grounded almost.
Yeah.
And it took us forever to get to the topic, but I felt gratitude.
Wow.
And I felt like my life is so beautiful.
Mm.
Like, it was a moment of, like, I don't know, I just, it was crazy how it wasn't anything I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same old thing.
Yeah.
I've been in that house for years. I don't even remember moving into it because I was just that young.
Wow.
So it's been forever.
It's been a while.
Nothing I haven't seen before, but I was sitting there and I was like, wow, this is so beautiful.
Yeah, man.
And I even sat outside once in the rain too, and like listening and like tuning into everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so like, oh, it was awesome.
So you can describe it too. So it's like you're just there in the moment.
Yeah, but I know that people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
I
about,
felt
and
like,
you know the
like,
feeling.
Like camping too.
Yeah.
You know, same vibes.
But that's kind of how I've thought about this idea. And also because I've noticed in our world today, I'm always hearing the phrase of like, romanticize your life.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to talk about that whole thing and why that's so like, I don't know, I see it like prominently in our culture now. I don't know if you have,
I don't
but
like. I feel like I've heard it around. Like it's more about like be thankful for what you have or like something like that.
I see a lot of like romanticize your life, and like there's these TikToks that are showing like their lives
TikTok
and
is
everything. And like
Sure.
no, but like TikTok is still like a relevant like
Well, yeah.
like in our culture, you know, it's
Yeah.
a representative of
It's
that.
very like, but it's very like unique to your feed though. Like I don't get any of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's true. But also, Krista, don't you see romanticizing your life shit too?
Not really, but I've seen I've seen it on other people's. I like know about it. I don't really know how if it's not been on like my own Instagram
How do you like
page,
know?
how do I know about
It's
it?
like subconsciously just in your life.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
comes
I
in.
just feel like within like the past year or so,
Yeah. No, yeah.
or
for
like
sure.
2 years, I don't know. The phrase like romanticize was like used so much.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Also because people just started to romanticize mental illnesses, but that's like another topic. on its
Glorification.
own. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to talk about gratitude and appreciating the little things because it can make you feel like your life isn't like as boring as you think it might be.
Yeah, I think honestly, like what? Hello.
Hi.
My perspective on romanticizing is actually kind of like you're looking at life and it's okay for it to be boring. It doesn't have to keep going and to be super fast all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like the point of romanticizing your life or like even just taking a moment to breathe is almost like it's okay to be still for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're in a time period where we're always distracted by something.
Yeah.
Whether that's technology or your job.
Yeah.
Or whatever. That we're almost like scared to sit and think for ourselves. Because that's a little scary.
I don't think we're used to it anymore.
We aren't.
Like,
Because like like I have such a hard time sitting with my own thoughts.
yeah.
But I'm just gonna let that pass.
Sounds crazy.
It's a plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like I'm on the plane.
Please fasten your seatbelts. We can like rewind a little bit.
Yeah, let me start over. I feel like we're living in a time period where people are so distracted and they can't they can't focus on one thing for a long time.
Yeah.
Because you know the whole thing you know when you're I don't know if you have this on your For You page, but You know how there's like Subway Surfer videos on one side and then like
Yeah,
a movie
yeah,
playing on the other
yeah.
side? Like I
Yeah.
feel like that's a perfect representation
Yeah.
of like how we're just like we can't
Yeah.
we can't we can't we
know.
can't focus on one
I
thing,
know.
and it's hard to even be without any form of distraction. Like I'll be watching a show or something, and even then I'm like stuck being like, I kind of want to play a silly little game right now as I'm watching this,
Yeah.
and I can pay attention to two things at once, and it feels like I'm like exhausting my brain, but at the same time I'm I'm fine with that.
We still keep. I feel like even when especially when I'm watching a play, because like you're not supposed to use your phone, right? It's like sometimes I get the urge when it's super slow. It's like I
Me
want
too.
to check out my phone right now.
Me too. In movies, I feel like that too
Yeah.
sometimes.
Like even like one of the teachers that in high school, she was like, the main thing about a play is like because she constantly says like I've got ADD, so it's like you should not make me want to take out my phone ever in the entire play. Like, that's your goal. That's what your goal should be. But that's the thing. Like we're always in the lookout for like entertainment or interaction or like some sort of like
stimuli.
Right?
Yeah, and I think like especially now, I don't know. I just feel like there's always music playing, or there's always something on the TV, or my phone's always on. Like I'm so scared to sit in my own thoughts, and I know other people feel the same. But yeah, it's kind of scary because I feel like we're slowly going to a place where there's like smaller attention spans, and it's easy to get lost in all of these distractions and almost forget about what's in front of you and what you have.
Yeah.
And I know like people talk about it here and there, but if you actually like, I don't know, sit down and just just eat your food. Right? Like imagine just sitting down eating your food with nothing in front of you. That's like weird to me. Like I rarely do that.
Wow.
Like
That's
I'm
wild.
watching YouTube, or like I'm talking to my brother or something.
Well, yeah,
I'm
like me and my family always sit down and eat together.
Yeah, me and my brother eat together.
Okay.
And like that thing is like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of important too to like just sit in the silence for a little, especially in mornings, where you just like you focus a lot on how the food tastes. Because cereal is something that I have all the time.
Yeah.
I love cereal. Shout out to
fire.
cereal, bro.
It's so easy. Just put milk in it.
Yeah,
It's done.
and it's so yummy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so yummy.
Yeah.
Anyways, you just like consciously make the effort to feel the taste of it and like actually acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And it just makes the food taste somehow even better.
True.
And it's crazy how just focusing on that can make things feel more enjoyable. Because you look at it and you taste it and you're like, whoa, this is so banger.
I mean,
And you're just thinking about that.
yeah, I feel like I'm in like in a different part of that because like I never had a habit of like putting my phone on while I was eating. So I was always just eating on like just for the food and just like
Right.
that. Like I guess I've just been doing that.
Yeah.
So I
It's
do
different
taste
for
it though.
you.
Like it tastes how it tastes, you know?
Yeah.
And it's nice. But like if I have my phone, I know that I wouldn't focus on that. I would just be like, oh, I'm just eating something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas,
but it's
like-
good that you're used to like just eating
Yeah.
without it.
I'm
You're
used to
eating. Sorry.
Okay. Let's move on.
Us
But yeah,
from
it's
Gen
true.
Z. God.
Yeah, sometimes I have food that like I don't usually have, and especially then I realize like how each like taste and each like flavor is
Yeah,
like
you're like,
combines, you know?
yeah.
Stuff like that, and like I'm just like, wow, the chef is like they've got like a magic ability to like make this masterpiece.
Yeah.
And I'm eating this right now, and it's like, wow, like look how far we've come as humans.
Making this
'Cause, like,
delicious food. Oh my
otherwise,
god.
I'd just be eating like fruits and vegetables, which is great.
Yeah.
But like we learned how to like combine
Like
different
combine
things.
different tastes and actually
Yeah.
like, I don't know, make two different things. Like
Yeah.
like sweet and sour stuff.
Yeah. It's wild.
It's like,
It's wild. Like one time I had a family friend who was a chef, and like he basically said that like the best dishes have a little bit of every single taste.
Right.
Like they've got a little bit of every flavor, so like it satisfies your entire like
right, your
like,
entire like palate.
palate, right? So then you're like super like, wow, this is a good dish because it's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of
Yeah,
sweet.
and almost like melts together
Yeah.
into what? Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So-
how sushi feels to me.
Yeah.
Sushi
yeah.
always just like I don't taste so much of like the individual parts. It
Yeah.
kind of like, especially if you go to like an actual sushi shop
Yeah.
where they make it fresh.
Mhm.
Oh, sushi would be so good right now. I've been meaning to get sushi, but it's like
Well.
a bajillion dollars.
It is $1 billion. That's exactly how much it is.
No, for real.
$5 million, please.
And 5 cents.
Yep. There
Oh.
you go.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have 5 cents. But
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how we're always like you said, like you try a new dish, and you're thinking about how, you know, it's new. We're always looking for like variety, and we're looking for something different. And I know in my life, I like literally I hate when things stay the same for way too long. Like I know routine is good,
Yep.
but I kind of hate routine sometimes because I'm put in a place where I do the same thing again and again and again. And it's easy to feel like you're just going through the motions and you're just
Yeah.
on autopilot, right?
And just like they just keep it's a loop, you know, you just keep going.
Yeah, and I feel like we're always searching for, I don't know, let me know if you actually relate to this. Maybe it's just
Sure,
me.
sure, yeah.
But I almost feel like, is it ever going to be enough? Like, will we ever reach a point where we try so many different things that, like will we ever fully be satisfied is what I'm saying. But at the same time, I'm also thinking, like, is there something really wrong with just living the same day over and over again? A little bit, yeah. But I feel like it needs to be appreciated more, the life that you're already living.
Yeah, I think there's a certain balance to that. It's like I'm always finding myself that I'm constantly thinking about what I'm gonna do in the future, like what the next 5 years are gonna look like for me, no matter where I am in life.
Yeah.
Like even now or like in the past year, I was always thinking, what am I gonna do 5 years from now?
Yeah.
And that's always in my mindset, and I'm never like thinking about, whoa, what's going on right now?
Yeah.
You know, and that's a whole like, it's all about like awareness of like and mindfulness, I guess that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Of like staying where you are and like being okay with what's going on right now. I think the other thing about it is like I love to like look at different things and look at different places and have a variety.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm trying to reach to a point where okay, I'm satisfied with it. I'm like, I know I'm never gonna try everything in the world.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm okay with that as long as I keep like trying different things. Like
Yeah, I think it's so important to try different things.
yeah.
But I feel like we're not appreciating already like the stuff that we're doing on a daily basis. You know, like, is it so bad that I have this routine where I literally like go to school and like get to learn things?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know that it can be like boring, but is that boring life really so bad?
Yeah. Agreed.
I think it's so important to try new things just because it does bring an excitement to your life. But I think that we're so, I don't know, searching for it a little too often.
That's fair. I think also the other thing about like trying new things also like just gaining perspective on your current situation. Like I've been to India and stuff, right? I've been to like Middle East and stuff, and then I realized like, whoa, like the fresh air here and like the trees here and like just the weather here and things I always took for granted is like this is really cool that we're here right now.
Yeah.
And we're living in this area and like we've got these many resources, etc.
Yeah.
Right? So like having a variety doesn't necessarily just mean more like of other things. It also just means like you're able to look at your current situation in a new perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I felt. Like
maybe we just don't have those moments enough though. I feel like
Yeah.
there's not enough moments where I'm like, wow, like I'm in such a great spot. And it almost makes me sound like ungrateful, but it's just the fact that like I've never known anything else. But I still want to feel that gratitude, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where the whole like romanticizing your life thing comes in, because I see people make little videos and everything making life look so like amazing and beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's always like not the reality, right? But that's where kind of like the toxicity of it comes in. which we'll get into. But first, I just want to talk about in general, like romanticizing your life, waking up and just being like, it's a new day. Like I'm living, I'm breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this body, and I'm like, I'm able to do anything.
Yeah.
And I'm so lucky for that.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about the little things, and you think about like how cozy you are in your bed, or like, I don't know, how bright the sun is, or like how blue the sky is.
Yeah. Or even when you're in an LRT packed with people and students, it's like, I'm here to experience this, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's an experience that like many people might not have. You know, or like even when you're going through downtown and like with a lot of people and a lot of restaurants and like noise, it's like, okay, this is something that I get to experience.
And you're like trying different foods and meeting new people, and it's like, it's a crazy experience, and it just once you actually think about it, and once you're like, wow, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think the main thing about that, like how I tend to think of it, is like, I'm not looking for something, you know, like I'm just looking to admire. And like usually I'm looking at like, okay, what do I have to do next? Or like I'm looking for a certain thing around me, or I'm trying to think about like
you're
what
like
the task
on a mission.
is, right?
Yeah, what the task is.
But if the task is like nothing and you're just there to admire, then you get to observe a lot more things.
Yeah, and I feel like we're always like, we have a checklist almost of like, what's the next thing we're gonna do?
Yeah.
What's happening? Yeah. What do I have to finish? And like, of course you have your priorities, but we don't take enough time to just chill. Yeah. And also just be in our own, you know, feel the clothes on our skin and everything.
I think the main fear of like doing that for me would be like, I would think that I'm being lazy, or like I'm not productive.
That's so real.
You know.
Oh my god, I feel that.
Like I gotta do school, I gotta do work, I gotta get a job. But it's like, if I'm just sitting here and just admiring things, I'm kind of lazy, you know?
Yeah, no, I completely feel that. And I think it's also the thing that, like, society tells us the same thing, too, right? Yeah. Like, if we're, like, I'm always seeing, like, you know, work hard and, you know, just grind it out right now and it'll all be worth it. And that's what I'm thinking about that constantly. I'm like, okay, I gotta keep going, right? But will I really end up being that happy if I don't even take a moment to appreciate what I have right now?
Exactly.
Because the thing is, like, I'm gonna grow up, and I'll be super successful and everything, but I'll look back and I'll like just remember my life as being me studying and me looking for a job and not really appreciating living with my family or something. Yeah.
It's wild, man. It's like it's a whole thing, man.
Yeah, and it's like, it's so difficult to get that balance because you can't get lost in that. You can't get lost in just admiring how the leaves look, you know? And I think it's
then
so beautiful to do that, but it's easy to like wander off into your own thoughts and like people watch or something.
This reminds me of like, you know, we watched the movie Soul.
I'm gonna start hyperventilating.
Yeah, okay. But yeah,
we'll get into that.
We'll take a short break and we'll come back to Soul. We're interrupting this pre-scheduled programming to talk about our wonderful friends.
We're talking about two musicians who need your help.
What are their names, Kirti?
Ethan and Jacob.
Wow, Ethan and Jacob.
They have two different projects. An upcoming symphony written by Jacob, right? Yes, it's called Tones. And they also have another one where they need to record a full music video for Jacob's new piece, which is called Sora. They are really needing help from y'all. Yeah. Because they want to hire a videographer. Not to cover the costs, but just to help out a bit. Yeah. So if you would love to help out, there will be a link in the description. And we hope you donate.
And just check them out. Give them some
Check
support.
them out because they literally make music.
Yeah, and we love music.
That's crazy.
Yeah. A musician right here.
If you love music and you love aspiring musicians, then donate now.
And they make like classical kind of music, like orchestral.
Yeah.
Right? So it's pretty cool. It's kind of rare and that's dope.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys.
If you want to help some college kids, it's down below.
Yeah. And
back to our episode.
Back to our regular scheduled programming.
We're back!
From the break.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, Kirti is adjusting her back.
Give me a second.
Oh, God.
So.
Oh yeah. So what I don't want to talk about that was like the whole thing about like being too much in like the whole like space of gratitude. It sort of reminds me of like when you're in the zone in Seoul and like you go down into like into being lost and like there's that connection.
What about people who haven't watched the movie though?
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, some people might not even know we're talking about a movie.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I'm saying.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, so
It's a movie.
Soul is a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
And
Yeah.
I guess you can talk about what being in the zone is
Yeah.
for people who don't know. And if you don't want to know and you want to watch the movie, then
Well,
skip.
it's not like a spoiler alert.
Yeah, but I just feel like if some
Sure,
people like to go
sure.
into things without like the context.
Yeah, it's a Pixar movie. It's an animated movie. It's wonderful.
beautiful
Absolutely
movie.
amazing. Like heart-jerking, tear-wrenching.
Yup.
Wow. Churning.
Churning.
Oh god, that's what that movie did
Masterpiece.
to me, for real. We watched it together. It was
Yeah, it was a good experience.
It was a good bonding.
after it ended,
Sesh.
I was just silenced.
Yeah. Like, you have no words to describe it. But it was basically about our episode,
Yeah.
you know? So, spoiler alert, whatever. But, yeah, it was just about, like, taking a moment to, like, to be okay with being in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
And at one point, they showed people who were, like, in the moment for a while, and they just got lost in it, and they couldn't ground themselves to reality anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they just got sort of...
They became like lost
Yeah,
souls.
in the lost soul sort of world,
Yeah.
and people couldn't reach them anymore.
Yeah. They were far away and they got, I don't know, carried away almost. And
Yeah.
like the main character too was like so focused on just like the purpose of his life and
Yeah.
reaching a certain goal. But
Yeah.
like, I'm just thinking about when you reach that goal though, and he did,
Mhm.
then what do you do from there, you know?
Yeah, and
Does
like,
your like you can't have a moment of like if you don't practice gratitude and almost appreciating what you have now, if you're always focused on the next step, then you eventually hit your goal, for example, but then after that, what do, you know?
yeah, especially there was a scene too. It was like, okay, so what now, right? And then
Yeah.
and then like the saxophone player or something, she says, we do it all over tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes.
Yeah,
right?
that's just how it is. Oh,
Yeah.
that was beautiful.
Wow. And then he
Yeah.
had this moment of realization, like, wow, so this is what my
This-
life is gonna be now.
Like, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it just didn't, I don't know, I guess it didn't hit him
Yeah.
as much as he thought it would hit.
Yeah.
And I get scared of that too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, I'm working towards something, but if I do that, like, will my life just become like boring because it's the same thing again and again? I'll be happy that I did this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's a certain balance that I'm also afraid of. It's like people tell you to like reach for your goal and do your thing, and some people also tell you to like just go with the flow and like
yeah,
don't just be so close-minded,
Yeah.
right? And be open-minded to like anything that could happen.
mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like in my view, like those two things are kind of contradictory and they're kind of conflicting.
Yeah.
Because if I don't like go for one thing, and I'm just going with the flow, then I'm not gonna get anywhere. That's what I think.
I mean, you're just kind of like, not necessarily.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm
But
saying it,
also,
so-
it's like you feel like lost
Yeah.
because you have no sense of direction.
Mhm.
Because you know, like those lost souls, if you're just lost in the world, just admiring things, I don't know, you feel like you have to pick something to admire, and you feel like you have to pick that thing. And, you know, you can admire all these other things, but you pick that one thing to admire and, like, pursue.
Mhm.
And it can be hard to, like, you know, really, really admire the rest of the world along with it. And not just be focused on the one thing.
That's fair.
I don't know, it's...
I feel like even, like, I think like, comparing it from the movie to, like, the real world, it's like, if you're admiring for too long, it's like, you're sort of, not doing what society is expecting you to do, and like you're not fulfilling your role as like a citizen or like a
Yeah.
person who gives back to the economy, whatever, all those things, right? So it's like, and that sucks, but like you sort of have to do that at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you know, ever
know.
since you're a child, you know,
Yeah.
people are always asking, like, what do you want to be when you
Yeah.
grow up?
Yeah.
Because you have to be something. Sometimes I wonder, though, like, what if we just didn't, though? Obviously, that'd be a mess.
Yeah.
But it makes you feel like you have to be something because just being here isn't enough.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But it is enough.
It is. And you start to kind of realize that once you take those moments of like gratitude. Like I know that I like for a period of time, I don't know why I stopped. Every night before bed, I would make a gratitude list because some YouTuber I was watching was saying how helpful that was to her and how she started to appreciate just everything in her life just a little more that she just never took the time to think about.
Right.
But it would be like a list of like 10 to 15 things. And weirdly, it was difficult to actually get there, but I was just like I obviously did the basics and stuff.
Yeah.
But I noticed how in my list, like, if I don't know, spent time with my family that day, family would be, like, the first thing on my list. Because it was the first thing that came to mind, right? Or, like, when I had, like, really good food, something I really enjoyed, food would be on my list. And it was just so, like, I don't know, looking back on my list, it gives me a sense of, like, what I value.
Yeah.
And also gives me an appreciation for the food that I ate or like the time I spent with my family or like the weather.
Yeah.
Once the weather starts getting nice too, that's when you really start to appreciate it because you felt like the horrors of winter. And it almost like sucks that you have to have that terrible time to have this perspective on summer. But like I feel like I wouldn't appreciate summer as much if I
That's true.
didn't have that
exactly.
perspective.
That same thing was like moving to different places. Like I don't have the perspective of like appreciating this without going to like other places.
But I feel like that kind of sucks. Like, what if some people don't get that other perspective? They're stuck in like they probably don't appreciate things.
That's what I'm
as
saying.
much.
Like,
and it's kind of upsetting. Like,
why
is it like that?
Like when you're in one world, right, and that's your view, like that's all you know.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like it's almost like maybe it's possible, but I feel like it's like not. It's really hard to look at it from a different perspective when you don't know what that is.
Never have that other perspective,
right?
And I guess that's where like the importance of having those new experiences come in.
Yeah.
Because that gives you another perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like traveling.
I mean, like the other way.
If it's possible.
Yeah, sure. The other way also, I guess, like you said, just to like be mindful of what you're going through and what you're experiencing during these moments. And I think one of the hard things about that is like no one's with us to like say you got to do this now. Like no one's telling us, okay, you got to be mindful right now at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, and since we don't have the reminder, it's like we just keep going with our lives.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, everyone has their little schedules.
Yeah.
And they're all filled with tasks. But if you add mindfulness to that,
then boom.
Like just a daily thing.
Yeah. You'll
be so much more like appreciative of the world around you. And I don't know, just going to get a simple coffee will feel so fun.
Yeah.
I know I always have fun. Going to Starbucks, getting a coffee.
I feel like almost every episode has us with Starbucks in it, but...
Yeah.
It's
just the thing. It's just the thing.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah. So,
coffee. Regardless of coffee.
Yeah, just like... there's like apps out there. There's like journaling out there, you know? There's certain things that you can do to like bring it more into your life, and I think that's what's important to like to sort of keep practicing. And like I'm not doing that right now, and I think I should.
Me neither.
Right? And like I feel like hopefully this episode inspires us to like do something.
I mean, I've been thinking about it a lot lately too, like just especially with the good weather, just being outside.
Yeah.
And I think part of this is just being in tune with your senses. That's helped me so much. I mean, I know like it's a grounding technique to really like tune in with your senses so that you feel less anxious. But I feel like it could be so helpful for like just appreciating things. Yeah. Because you're just thinking about, how does this taste? Or like, this sound is so beautiful or something. Yeah. And then you grow a greater appreciation for that.
It's fun. I feel like I don't do that. I don't do that enough. And
me neither.
But I like okay, when I first moved here from Qatar, like I was doing that every day. Like seriously, like, like I was like, whoa. I was like, damn.
This is crazy.
I know. It's like there was like rain and like trees and grass and everything, and I was like, whoa. And the houses are like in a triangle form instead of like just rectangle apartments.
The flat, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa. It's like in the movies, and it was like, oh, this is wild. Because I used to watch like Home Alone and stuff, and I was like, wow, this is exactly like that. Because the homes are like triangle, and they each have like a garage, and like it's like it was awesome. And I was like, damn, people are like living out here. They got pets going. There's like kids playing in a playground outside in the middle of the day. Because over there it would be like 50 degrees. It's like too hot, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I never saw a playground before, and I was like, whoa, there's like slides out here.
Yeah.
It was just like a good
that's
time.
so sweet.
Yeah. But,
oh my god.
yeah, it was like I feel like because of that new experience, I just got to like live in the moment. And like as a kid, obviously I had less like tasks and responsibilities. I think that also helped. But I feel like I would never get that again unless I look for it, you know.
Yeah.
Like
unless you like intentionally put your mind to it. That's the thing. Like you have to intentionally be like, okay, I'm gonna think about everything, like how I feel right now and how my body feels, and that's like part of meditation too, right? It's just like they tell you to really like imagine the air like filling up your lungs and it coming out, and they tell you to envision these different things, tighten your muscles and untighten them, and they tell you like particularly like each different like muscle you have, so that every part of you is actually like, I don't know, there. Because sometimes it just feels like you're just going through the motions, things are just happening, but then if you take a moment, you're I don't know, you're just slowly appreciating things, and it also makes you just feel more excited about the world. Like you just feel genuinely happier, because then even like the smallest things like ice cream, you're just like, oh my god, this is
like
so
this is
good.
crazy. And it's like
this is so yummy.
At some points I wake up like, whoa, I can like move my body. I'm like, do things.
Yeah, sometimes I just feel like crazy. I'm just like, whoa, I'm like real.
That's like a whole thing.
That's like a whole like identity crisis.
Yeah, seriously, it's like I'm like.
Yeah, but then you also feel a moment of like some people don't have that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Some people don't have legs. Some people don't have arms.
Yeah, like being able-bodied or like I guess like persons with disabilities.
Yeah.
And it's like they have their own life and their own perspective of things.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have like such a higher appreciation like for these things that we have and they don't.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like there's also been some like experiences where it's like their experiences are obviously still complete, and like they have their own version of things, and like that doesn't mean like it's like better or like worse.
Yeah, I mean, I see so many people like there's this one guy who has no arms and no legs, but he's like always doing some crazy tricks on like a bar. He's like,
oh yeah, I always see him like dancing and stuff like that on a stage.
Yeah, and it's like it's crazy, and it's just like. I think it makes, like, those people are so appreciative, probably, and I feel like we need to be more appreciative.
It's, like, exactly, like, when you have everything, it's hard to, like, think about it, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like you're always, like, I've talked about this before, where I feel like we're almost searching for something more, and will we ever reach that? Probably not, especially for a person like me, who's just never fully satisfied with myself. I could do so many things to try and reach my goal, but when I reach my goal, I don't think I'm going to be satisfied. But if I actually think about what I have, then I probably will be. If I practice mindfulness and gratitude, I'll be satisfied with just doing what I do and living.
Like, the thing about, like, reaching a goal, I think... Again, there's like the whole quote of like it's about the journey, not the destination, all that stuff. But like,
that's real.
It is real.
It's got some truth to it, right?
It does.
But I don't think that means like to let go of the goal entirely. It's like
wait.
What the hell?
There's been like 5 going. I wanted to stop you guys.
Oh really? I didn't even
okay.
like hear it.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about like journey, not the destination, the whole cliche thing.
Yeah.
But I think the important part about that is like not to like let go of the goal necessarily, but keeping it in view, but also being mindful of like other things within that view. Like
what's happening while you're on the journey too.
And like it's not just about okay, I'm here now, what's the next step? It's about okay, I'm here now, look at me.
I know, like what I'm envisioning when I think about this is like walking down a path and if you're just focused on a goal, pretend it's like a mountain or something, you're only looking at the mountain the entire time. You're gonna get to the mountain and be like, okay, well I was looking at that for a while and now I see it just closer up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool.
Yeah.
But if you're walking down that path and you're looking at what's left and right of you as you're going to the mountain, it's like, but you're glancing at the mountain every now and then.
Yeah.
Of course.
Or you have like checkpoints.
Yeah, and you're, I don't know, taking a moment to rest on a bench.
Yeah.
And you're looking at like the squirrels running around or like, I don't know, flowers growing.
Yeah.
Something like that. You couldn't see flowers growing. I don't know why I said that. I mean you can't really like...
Blooming flowers?
I mean, that would be awesome. But you know what I'm saying.
Time lapse? Okay.
Yeah.
Time lapse. Stand there for like an hour and watch it bloom.
Forever. Anyways.
That's called being lost. But
yeah, that's being lost.
Yeah.
But you take a minute to sit down, but you're still noticing that the mountain's there.
Yeah.
But once you get to the mountain, you can look back at everything. You can look back at the view of where you just came from.
Like, it wasn't just a goal, it's an experience.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't know, the way I envision it is, damn, I should write a poem about that. That's a crazy poem idea.
Yeah. Someone's gonna take that idea and they're gonna make a poem.
Don't you dare.
Threats. Threats.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, that's the way I'm thinking about it.
That's awesome.
And then once you reach the mountain too, since you weren't just staring at it the whole time, you have a greater appreciation for it. Because now you're seeing it up close and you're seeing it just like for every single thing that it actually is.
Yeah. True.
And then you can see how far you've come and how high up you are. And then you look down and it's everything you've experienced before.
It's funny that you say that because I see it totally different.
Oh, how do you see it?
Instead of like walking up the mountain and looking at everything while you're there, I picture like you're looking at the mountain and then you get to the mountain and then you look at everything and how far you've come after you got up there. So like the point of going to the mountain anyways is being able to look at how far you've come and appreciate where you've come from.
That's kind of real. I mean, I could totally see it that way too. Because either way, you're on the mountain. You're going to look at like where you came from. But I guess I was just thinking like when you're on the journey and you're like down there, you know? You get to see every single detail.
Yeah.
If we're speaking like completely with this analogy, then if you're up on a mountain, you see things in less detail. You're going to see an overview of the journey that you had. You're going to see the steps that you took. But
I mean, it's not, like, I feel like it doesn't have to be about the detail either. It could just be about the emotion you felt during that journey.
Yeah.
But,
real.
You know, I think either way, like, even when you look at it, like, within the journey or, like, after the journey ends, I think the fact that you're looking at it is what's important.
Yeah.
You know? And everybody does it differently.
But I also think about being in it, you should
you
should be looking at it.
Like
looking at where you are right now.
But who are we to tell people how to appreciate things?
I guess so.
It's like
I just feel like if you think about it in the moment while you're in the journey, you'll have a higher appreciation for it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think having a goal and just working towards that, there's a chance that you might be losing yourself more if you don't appreciate things. Like, you might just, like, tunnel vision into the goal if you're not looking at other things, you know?
Yeah.
So having some sort of view is important.
Yeah, I mean, it's not black and white. There's the gray area, obviously, because we're not actually going to a mountain or whatever.
Yeah,
this is real life.
This is life. It's like, there's things happening all around us all the time. So.
The analogy went crazy.
Yeah.
It was just...
I think we just focused too much on the analogy.
Yeah. I thought it was awesome at first, and I was like...
Yeah.
No, but y'all get what we're saying.
Yeah.
What we're saying.
Life's more like a messy web.
Spider-Man?
I'm sorry.
It's Spider-Man's world.
Yeah.
We're just living in it.
Anyways.
Oh god. We're editing that.
Let's keep it. Our
I'll keep
producer had a lovely idea for us to practice gratitude within the gratitude episode.
That was a great way to put it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to talk to each other while we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, doing what? You got?
Did you not say?
I just said practicing gratitude. It's pretty broad.
Sorry.
10 things.
10 things.
You have to be, 10 things.
Krista would like us to write down 10
like in our
things
lives? Or just in the day?
That you're grateful for.
you're grateful for. In life.
Like, I have to have experienced it?
Just what you're grateful for.
What you're grateful for.
Maybe you're grateful for
whatever.
World peace, even though we don't have it.
We don't have it.
You know what I mean?
Well, you really can't be... Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever.
You
I
get
got
the
this.
idea. Whatever you
I can
want.
do it. I can
We're
do
not discussing it within ourselves until after the fact.
it. Sounds good. How many minutes? 10 minutes?
I don't think we should put a
Oh,
timer
yeah,
on
there's
it.
no
Top
time,
five.
but there's 10
Okay,
things
10
that
things.
you should be grateful
Okay.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. We're done our lists.
Yes.
Krista also did a list, and I don't know, I'm kind of excited to see what you guys have.
Yeah. So who should go first?
I can...
Sure, go first.
Are we gonna go, like, the entire list? Or, like, should we go, like, one by one?
Sure, we can go one by one.
Yeah, let's do one by one.
Okay. Actually, I feel like that's gonna get, like...
Yeah, it's gonna get confusing.
I feel like we should
Just
just
do your
like,
whole
one
list.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay,
for it.
so, and we could, like, break it down later. So, first I have you guys.
Aww.
Because I was sitting here, I was thinking about the team.
Yeah.
I was like...
Well, it's like in no particular order, is it? Or is it?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
No, but it's just like the first thing I was
Yeah, yeah,
thinking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
Like, I was just
yeah.
like, I love these kids.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
But if you have an order, that's also fine.
My family, like supportive parents, an awesome brother,
Neat.
a summer breeze.
Yes.
Oh my god, I wrote that too.
Wow.
Ah!
Sorry, spoiler, but I just yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Well, I wrote down family too.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Crazy.
Music.
Mm.
Yep.
New one.
The ability to paint.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to pursue what I want to pursue. Fashion.
Yes.
Food.
Yes.
Amusement parks.
Lovely.
Nature.
Yes.
And the way our bodies work to protect us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Snaps.
Thanks, y'all.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, neat. I got family. Obvi. I said like living here. In this place. And then I said like my mom's food. Fire.
She's such a good cook.
Yeah. And then my friends, you guys. Yeah. And then I said like education and just like the money for education and like education in general. And then my passions, like the fact that I got passions and like
like you discovered them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then camping, like just being able to like be with nature and like the ability to do that in this country. And then like my mixed perspective on like living because of like my childhood just being so like around the world. That like I'm really thankful for that. I'm also grateful for like just my culture, like being Indian. You know?
Oh,
awesome.
so real.
Yeah. And then also, what did I say? Traveling. Yeah, traveling. Stuff like that. And then, yeah, actually, I have something to say about this, but I'll say it later.
Okay.
But yeah, you go.
Let's go through our list first.
Okay. I said first, new ideas, like people being creative. I think that's really awesome. My body and what it does for me and how it takes care of me just like on its own.
Yeah, like automatically. It's crazy.
Yeah. The support of people in my life, just in general, family, friends.
Yeah.
It's like everybody. Animals, like my pets and other pets, but also just like seeing a dog in public or like a deer on the side of the road.
Yeah.
People laughing because I always think people look the most beautiful when they're happy.
Aw, so sweet.
A nice breeze on a hot day.
Wow.
You're so real for that.
The privilege I have to be myself in the society that I live in. My mind, I just think that it's beautiful.
Aw,
And then
It is.
silence to take the time to be with myself.
yeah.
Krista's list was so beautiful.
Yeah, it's so
It's,
like deep.
poetic.
Yeah. It's nice.
I was just like, well, family.
Stop, no, don't stop.
No, you.
But yeah, I just realized that like so much of like some of my things like education or like stuff like that is it revolves around money.
Yeah.
Like the ability to do certain things, like to go certain places, and to learn certain things. It's like it's so much of it is about money.
I had this conversation with my therapist actually about just like money and how she was like, so you basically just want like to be financially stable, get good money, like that's your goal, that's how you're gonna be satisfied. And we talked about how I value money so much actually, and way more than I ever thought I would.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't really think I super focused on money
Yeah.
in general.
But it just comes up. It's like so intertwined with our society.
Yeah, and honestly, she was kind of stressing me out more because she
Yeah.
was like, honestly, your generation, like the way things are going right now, you guys are gonna have a lot of trouble with like mortgages and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh god,
Damn.
was that supposed to make me feel better?
I mean, sometimes the truth's the truth, man.
Yeah, I mean, she had to say it,
Yeah.
but like, she's just gonna be. She was telling us that we're all gonna struggle with that.
I mean, it's a little bit of a generalization,
Yeah,
but okay.
like a lot of
Yeah.
us.
Sure. But yeah, I just realized that. But
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is.
anyways, I'm so thankful that we did this. This is great.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to talk about anything else on their list? Let me look at my list again. I think the body thing is so cool, like how me and Krista were both saying, like, what our bodies do for
Yeah.
us. I think it's just, like, I don't know, you feel so powerful knowing, I feel powerful knowing that my body will just, like, fight off diseases and stuff.
Yeah. It's dope.
It makes me feel like, whoa, I'm, like, life is so worthy.
Yeah.
And, like, your body's trying so hard to keep you healthy.
Yeah.
And it's like your own body's doing that. No one's doing that for you.
True.
You're doing it for yourself.
True.
And that makes me, like, so grateful that I'm even, like generally healthy. I have no, like, major diseases or anything.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel really lucky to have that.
That's awesome. I feel like I think just to like jump off of that, I feel like we're lucky to just even be in this planet, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was, like, so, like, it's, like, slim chances of that happening. And us being, like, the perfect distance from the sun.
All those things.
Like, everything just, like, lined up.
Yeah.
And we were able to, like, build up so many new pieces of technology and advancements and make so many things.
Yeah.
All from just, like, being put on the planet, right?
Exactly. And like there's one point like in India, it's like really good weather, and I was like, wow, like we're so lucky to be experiencing this.
Yeah.
And just to feel alive and like here.
Yeah,
you know?
and even though we're all on the same planet, you still go to a different place and you experience something so different that it makes you feel like, and your body just like adapts to it too, which is crazy.
It's wild.
And it almost tells you like it wants you to live the longest life you can.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh,
thank you.
thanks, man.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm.
Anything else for you guys? For you?
I'm good.
Anything else we gotta
I'm
talk about? Nah.
Okay.
I think everything's pretty straightforward.
Pretty wonderfully said.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
No.
We didn't touch on romanticizing as much as I thought we would, but honestly, that's okay. This episode's pretty long.
Yeah, I like the way this episode went.
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't keep going. The conversation's ending good this way.
Stop talking, guys.
Shut up! I want to leave. No,
But-
I feel satisfied.
Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this episode, hit the like and subscribe button.
Please follow us on Instagram where you can get cool little reels that our producer makes.
Yeah.
And updates on when episodes are coming out.
Exactly. And we also have an email at divingdeepwithus@gmail.com.
Did I say what the Instagram was?
It's at divingdeepwithus.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Said it.
You'll
There
see
you
it
go.
in a bit.
But yeah.
Thank you so much for watching
And for
or
listening.
listening. We hope you enjoyed this and let us know what you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah.
And what you're grateful for.
Yeah.
In the comments
In
or
the
like
comments
anywhere.
below.
Or even just like text us. But
Yeah.
We're grateful for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
We are
I am
grateful for you
like
guys.
so grateful for
Yeah,
the
it's
podcast.
awesome.
I can't even. Let me talk about that for a second before we go. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm just like, listen. It's so awesome to have a space where I can talk about stuff and people care about it.
Yeah.
And people listen to it, and I know I have like friends and everything who already do listen and care, obviously. But the fact that I can put my thoughts out there and people enjoy it makes me feel like so grateful
it's
for the
really
people who like it's just a cool experience to have
it's
a
like
podcast.
being able to, it's not necessarily interactive, but like being able to like influence or like even just talk
like
to
get
other
people thinking,
you know.
And I know people who've like went to therapy because they like listened to our therapy episode or something like that, and it makes me so happy.
Thanks guys, thank you for listening. That's
Thanks for
really cool.
supporting us.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Oh my god, I fit you guys perfectly in there. That was actually great.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.